It's a frigid Wednesday afternoon at Augie Schmidt Field, but there will be baseball here today as Carthage and Carroll wrap up their four-game set with a single game here at Augie Schmidt Field. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into our broadcast. I'm John Weiser, voice of Carthage Athletics. Glad you could join us for our game here this afternoon. It's the wrap-up of a four-game set with Carroll. These two teams met three previous times, and Carroll winning two of those three matchups, so Carthage trying to even up the season series with a victory here today. Carthage at 6-6 in conference play and 11-8 overall. Carroll at 6-8, 12-10 overall. And there you see the congested top half of the standings in the CCIW. North Central a game ahead of Augustana and Milliken. Then you have Carthage moving all the way up to number 4 with that victory over Illinois Wesleyan on Monday. And Elmhurst at 7-9. Carroll sitting back at 6-8. So a very big ball game today between these two schools. Illinois Wesleyan is hosting Wheaton in a doubleheader and is defeating Wheaton in game 1 late. So that's a big ball game for the Titans. And then North Park bringing up the rear in the CCIW standings. So today it'll be the pitching of Troy Saranovic making his first start for Carthage, and he will be opposed by the right-hander Ben Ellefson for Carroll. As I mentioned, these two teams have played three previous times. Game 1 was Friday, March 26th here in Kenosha, a Carroll 12-6 victory. A 5-run fifth inning for Carroll built out a 7-1 lead. They added 3 in the 7th and 2 more in the 9th. As Brett Bazili, the pitcher of the week this week in the CCIW, got the win. Nick Hamilton took the loss. Hamilton in that ball game 4 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits and 6 runs while walking 1 and striking out 6. The two teams played a doubleheader that following Monday in Waukesha, with Carroll winning game 1. Both of those games 7-inning affairs. Carroll winning game 1 10-6. Pioneers jumped out with 4 in the first en route to that victory. Keith Kutzler taking the loss in that contest for the Firebirds. And game 3, second game of that doubleheader, Carthage bats erupted for a season-high 16 runs, beating Carroll 16-2 in a 7-inning game. They jumped out to a 10-1 lead. 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 2 more in the third. Their 16 runs and 17 hits were season highs in that contest. Dante Garaccio went 3 2/3 innings to get the victory, and Jacob Delabio earned the save in that win. So Carthage trying to salvage a season split in the 4-game set with Carroll here this afternoon. Let's set the batting orders for you for the Carroll Pioneers. It'll be Brad Vosters leading off and playing shortstop. TJ Paffel at second. Dylan Callahan will DH and bat third. Mitch Messino will bat cleanup and play first base. The left fielder Justin Baker will hit fifth. Alec Honickel will bat sixth and play center field. Nick Angus in the lineup today. He'll be in right field. Angus, on that game back on the 26th of March, was the outfielder that was injured late in that game, suffering a concussion, and was transported via ambulance to a hospital after that contest. So good to see Nick Angus back in the starting lineup today for Carroll. Trevor Benz will catch, and Benton Howie will bat ninth and play third. Very familiar defensively for Carroll. It'll be Justin Baker in left, Honickel in center, Angus in right, Holly at third, Vosters at short, Faffel at second, Messino at first, Benz behind the plate, Ellefson on the mound. Here's Carthage's lineup today. Very familiar lineup, not many changes there at all. Cody Toaster to lead off and play left, Johnny Belskus at short, Colton Klein, a 10-game hitting streak, in center field. Bryce Pribolinski, the hitter of the week this week in the CCIW, will bat cleanup. Ben Levicki in right, Jake Sinelli will DH, Cody Phelps at third, Riley Hughes behind the plate, and Jim Mundo at second base for Augie Schmidt and the Carthage Firebirds today. Setting them up defensively, Tostrud, Klein, and Levicki, the outfield left to right, Phelps, Belskus, Mundo, and Pribolinski, the infield third to first, and Hughes and Saranovic, the battery today for Carthage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Augie Schmidt Field for today's game between
As I mentioned, this is a very important ball game for the Firebirds. If they can get this one, they've got 3 this weekend against the league-leading North Central. North Central playing a non-conference game this afternoon at Concordia of Chicago. And that game about to get underway. As I mentioned, one other game already in progress, and that is in the bottom of the 6th inning now in game 1 of a doubleheader. Illinois Wesleyan out in front of Wheaton by a score of 7-2. And try and get a quick update here if we can, as that one was about to go final, so we'll keep an eye on that. That's the first of 2 down in Bloomington. And it is 7-2, Illinois Wesleyan leading Wheaton in that contest. And the other game this afternoon will be a doubleheader, actually starting at 6 o'clock tonight. It'll be Elmhurst at Milliken. So depending on what happens this afternoon, Milliken would sweep that doubleheader. They would move into first place in the CCIW. Quite a battle between the top 3 teams right now. And Carthage sitting in at 4th place at an even 500, 6-6 in the league. 6-6 here at home as well. And as I mentioned, they'll have a doubleheader here Saturday against North Central and a single game Sunday down in Naperville. So big weekend coming up, but can't look past this opponent here in the Carroll Pioneers. They have played the Firebirds tough this year, both here in Kenosha and out at Frame Park in Waukesha. We mentioned Bryce Pribolinski named the hitter of the week this week in the CCIW for this past week. In 5 games, went 12 for 23 during that span with 1 double, 3 home runs, and 12 runs driven in. And for that effort, he was named the hitter of the week this week for the CCIW. So congratulations to Bryce Pribolinski in getting that award this week. And he is also riding an 11-game hitting streak coming into the contest today. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. As we mentioned, it's overcast. The lights will be on for the duration of our ball game here this afternoon. Teams are heading out to their respective baselines as we will enjoy our national anthem.
Fans, at this time we ask you to please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So the 4th and final meeting in the regular season between these 2 schools, Carthage and Carroll this afternoon from Augie Schmidt Field. As I mentioned, it's overcast and cold. 42 degrees here at Carthage College, feeling like 38. The wind out of the north at 6 miles per hour, so that'll be blowing in from right center field. Carthage will be in the home whites today for the Red Tops against Illinois Wesleyan on Monday in a victory, taking 2 of 3 from the Titans in that extended weekend series with the rain on Saturday. So we'll see how it runs here today as Nick Vitariti, or I should say Troy Saranovic, gets things started today on the hill for the Firebirds. Saranovic making his 5th appearance of the year in his first start of the season. He is 1-0 with a 5.19 earned run average. Saranovic in 8 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs, 5 of which have been earned. 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. He has given up 3 extra base hits, and opponents are hitting .212 against the right-hander from Nazareth Academy. Carthage splitting their last 4 games, going 2-2, but in those victories, they have limited the opponent's walks this year. That's been a storyline. Carthage coming in, leading the conference with 83 walks in conference games this year, and so they've kept that down. They've kept it under 4 the last 4 ball games, and they have been in all 4 ball games. Once again, the batting order for Carroll this afternoon, it'll be Vosters at short. Faffel will hit second and play second base. Dylan Callahan, the designated hitter. Batting cleanup will be the first baseman, Mitch Messino. Justin Baker in left. Alex Honekel in center. Nick Angus in the lineup today. We'll talk more about Angus today. He's batting 7th. Catcher Trevor Bentz hitting 8th, and Benton Holly hitting 3rd.
Shortstop, number 10, Brad Vosters.
Here's Brad Vosters, the shortstop. Vosters, 14th game this season. 9 for 52 with .231 batting average, facing Troy Saranovic in the first offering inside for ball 1. We are underway. 42 degrees, feels like 35 with that wind out of the northeast at 6. In there for strike 1, 1-1 the count. Vosters has not played against the Firebirds this season. Caught the bat on a tick foul. It'll be a strike 2. Saranovic faced Carroll on the 26th in that game 1 of this 4-game set, went an inning and 2/3. Walked a batter and struck out 4 in that 12-6 loss. Grounded sharply to Pribolinski at first. Bobbles, picks it up, and he'll beat the man to the bag. 1 gone. Pribolinski unassisted at first. Brings up TJ Faffel.
Second baseman, number 6, TJ Faffel.
Faffel is 5 for 9 against the Firebirds this season. Couple of doubles and 3 runs driven in the first 3 games of this series. Takes on the outside corner for strike 1. Faffel, the leading hitter on this Carroll team, coming into the game today at .413. He's played in all 21 games now, 19 for 80. And hits that one into center field for a base hit. Check that now, 24 out of 88 on the season.
Now batting for the Pioneers.
So 1 out single puts Faffel on base for Dylan Callahan. .333 hitter, 29 for 87. He has played in all 23 games for the Pioneers. 4 home runs, 18 driven in, drives that one into right center field. Levicki on the run, Klein on the run. Klein at the warning track makes the catch, running to his left. Klein, the center fielder, and Levicki on that same spot, almost identical spot where Nick Angus, who's in the lineup today, got hurt and suffered that concussion. Had to be stretchered out of the ball game late in that contest on the 26th. So 2 out and a runner at first. Mitchell Messino, the first baseman. 305 hitter into the dirt, blocked nicely by Riley Hughes. Messino 305 with 6 home runs, 22 driven in. 4 for 9 with 3 home runs against Carthage pitching this year. Inside corner evens the count at a ball and a strike. Faffel at first with a 1-out single. He takes his lead. Pribolinski holding him on. And the pitch by Saranovic. Again, nice stop by Riley Hughes. That curveball, 2-1. Saranovic out of Nazareth Academy. And a pretty good run in baseball the last couple of years. Driven high and deep to left. Tostrud, all the way back short of the warning track, comes in and makes the play to retire the side. Wind held that one in, otherwise that would have been a home run. No runs on 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 1. Carthage coming to bat. Here's the Carthage batting order for this afternoon against right-hander Ben Ellefson. It'll be Cody Tostrud leading off and playing left field. Johnny Belskis at short. Colton Klein will hit third and play center field. Bryce Pribolinski batting cleanup today. Ben Levicki in right. Jake Sinelli, the designated hitter. Cody Phelps at third. Riley Hughes catching. And Jim Mundo bats ninth and will play second base. Right-hander Ben Ellefson out of Oak Creek on the hill today for Carroll. Sophomore, 5'11", 195. Making his 5th appearance and 5th start of the season today. He has a record of 2-1. Just over 16 innings, a 7.7 earned run average. 9 strikeouts and 5 walks. His last appearance was against Elmhurst on April 6th. A rough one, went 4 innings, gave up 8 hits and 6 runs, walking 1 and striking out 2. He did pitch against Carthage on the 29th. In that ball game, went 5 innings, gave up 10 hits, 4 earned runs while walking 2 and striking out 3. An Oak Creek night. So here's Cody Tostrud to get things started for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 1st inning. 11-game hitting streak for Tostrud. Now hitting .306 on the year, 1 home run, 8 runs driven in. Done just about everything you can as a leadoff hitter for Augie Schmidt this year. OBS of 362, OPS of 821. He's in the hole 0-2. Ellefson likes to work quickly. The 0-2 pitch grounded sharply to short. Boasters there, 1 gone. Sharply hit, but right at Boasters for the putout. Brings up Johnny Belskis.
Now batting for the Firebirds, the shortstop, number 17.
Playing shortstop, moving over to the shortstop side after starting the season at second base. The injury to Austin Pribolinski necessitating the move there. No timetable on when he is expected to return. He's been working off a hand injury. Belski, 329. 1 home run, 17 driven in. He had his 13-game hitting streak ended as this one bounces in front of the second baseman. A quick play over and 2 gone. Faffel letting that one fall. 2 up, 2 down for Carthage here in this 1st inning. Another hot hitter stepping to the plate is Colton Klein. Klein with a 10-game hitting streak himself. During that stretch, 16 for 35. That's a .457 batting average with 9 doubles, a couple of home runs, and 13 driven in during that streak. Squares around a bunt, drops down a beauty. Third baseman charging Holly, and he won't get the throw in time. It's a bunt single for Colton Klein with 2 out. Caught Holly playing well behind the bag at third and elected to drop that one down. And why not when you've got the hot-hitting Bryce Pribolinski coming to the plate? .413 on the season, 8 home runs, 32 driven in. Leads the team in home runs and runs batted in. And now leading the team in batting average coming into the game today. The player of the week this week in the CCIW. First offering misses low. Nice to get Carthage off to a good start today. The Firebirds played from behind in 2 of the 3 games against this Pioneer team. Sitting in the driver's seat now, 2-0. Nice game Monday against Illinois Wesleyan. Pribolinski, 3 for 5 in that contest. All 3 were singles. One of his outs was a deep fly into right field. Popped him up, straight back. Green light on 2-0. Carthage, no problem hitting. We knew that coming into the season. This team, conference games, hitting .327 against conference opponents. The toss to first and Klein back safely. I don't think there was any doubt this team was going to hit. It's whether they're going to get consistent starting pitching, and we knew the back of the bullpen was going to be fine with Jacob Delabio closing out games. It's how were you going to get there? 2-2 now to Pribolinski. Carthage, one of just 2 teams in the CCIW with 300 or better batting average in conference games. The other one, North Central, hitting .323. Ellefson delivers, got him. Breaking ball that time. First strikeout of the game for Ellefson. That ends the first for the Firebirds. No runs, a bunt single, and 1 left. We head to the second inning here at Carthage College. Firebirds nothing, Carroll nothing. Don't forget, we've got one other match coming up tonight on the video stream. That'll be men's lacrosse tonight, 7 o'clock. Men's lacrosse team will be taking on Elmhurst over at Art Keller Field. We'll have the video stream for you beginning just before 7 tonight. Blue Jays 1-0 in the conference. Carthage 0-1. Should be a good matchup tonight. Men's lacrosse. Looking forward to calling that action tonight. Troy Saranovic into his second inning here for the Firebirds, making his first start of the season. Did not play last season for the Firebirds. Out of Elmhurst, and as I said, he went to high school at the Nazareth Academy, a team that pretty good run in 2019. Finished third in the IHSA Class 3A State Championship. Facing Justin Baker and gets a called strike. Baker .313 on the season. 2 home runs, 16 runs driven in. Flares that one out to right, slicing foul and out of play. 1-2 the count. Baker with a solo home run against the Firebirds earlier this season. He's batting 2 for 9 against Carthage pitching this year. Saranovic ahead, 1-2. Driven into left center field, that's trouble. And that'll get down in front of Toaster, who made the diving effort. Klein backing him up will get it back in, but it's going to be a stand-up double for Justin Baker. Toastrud got a good jump on it, just fortunately that wind knocking it down out there in straightaway center, and he was unable to run under that one. Drops in for the double. So Baker collects his 5th double of the season, a runner in scoring position for Carroll with nobody out here in the top of the 2nd inning. Alec Honekel, the center fielder. Honekel 314 on the year, 2 home runs, 17 driven in. That gets past Hughes to the backstop, and advancing to third is Baker. Wild pitch. So now a fly ball could bring in a run here for Carroll, and on a day like today, could be an all-important run. Second wild pitch of the season. This one's fouled right side. Pribolinski's going to give chase, but run out of room as that drifts into the batting cage located behind the first base dugout, I should say. Honekel looking for his first hit against Carthage pitching. He's 0 for 9. Does have 3 walks, a couple of them with the bases loaded. Takes that one outside on a breaking ball. 2-1. Good take. Outfield shading. Honekel a little bit to right center. Center fielder Klein a couple of steps in, and he hits him. Riding fastball gets Honekel, so runners at first and third. First hit batter by Saranovic this year. Nick Angus at the plate. Angus played against Carthage in that game on the 26 in that 12-6 victory, but got hurt in the 8th inning of that ball game, running down a Ben Levicki home run, crashed into the wall and suffered a concussion. If you recall, we almost a half-hour delay as they brought the rescue squad in, and they had to backboard him and neck brace him and take him to the local hospital. And happy to report it was just a concussion, no other serious injuries. Missed a week and back at it against North Central that following weekend. In the starting lineup today with a 1-1 count. He was 0 for 4 in that contest against the Firebirds on the 26th. Runners at the corners, nobody out here in the 2nd inning for the Pioneers. Saranovic's pitch on the outside corner, strike 2. 1-2 the count to Nick Angus. Saranovic will check the runner at first. Honekel on by hit by pitch, not going. Stays alive. Threw the bat out in front of that curveball. And we'll get another offering here from Troy Saranovic. Pribolinski holding the runner on at first. The infield back, the other 3 positions. Looking to get the out and concede the run here. Got him. Angus strikes out swinging for the first out in the inning. First strikeout of the game for Saranovic. He had 4 against the Pioneers on the 26th. So now the runner's at the corners with 1 out. Trevor Benz, the catcher, at the plate. Takes a fastball down the middle. Benz appearing in his 13th game, 13th start, I should say, a .227 hitter. 1 home run, 10 runs driven in. Runner going from first. They'll throw down. They'll put the tag on, and he is out. Belskis coming over to cover the bag. Riley Hughes able to throw that down there. It kind of drifted back toward Belskis, who was cutting in from short, but they were still able to get Honeckle caught stealing. So a base running error here for the Pioneers. 2 out and a runner at third. The 0-2 count. Fouled straight back. First time Honeckle's been thrown out stealing. 2 for 3 now in the stolen base department. That one's foul into the Carthage bullpen. 0-2. Trevor Benz. Saranovic trying to get out of this. Leadoff double by Baker. Went to third on a wild pitch. He stays there. The look by Saranovic. Into left center field. Coming on is the center fielder and Tostrud and Klein, and it falls between them. It's a humpback liner and an RBI for Trevor Benz. Coming in from third is Baker, and Carroll takes the early 1-0 lead. Tough break. In that wind blowing out of the north, holding that up. Outfielders playing medium depth that time, still couldn't catch up to that. Swing and a miss gets away from Hughes, but not far enough for Benz to advance. So Benz gets the RBI. That's his 11th of the season. Benton Howley, the third baseman. 328 on the year, team's leader in RBI with 23 coming in today. Pops that foul. Oh, and 2 the count to Benton Howley. A tweener double by Baker, and then a humpback liner by Benz. Scoring the run. That one's hit sharply into center. Klein has to drift back, still going back on the short of the warning track, and Honest Horse makes the catch to retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left. We head to the bottom half of inning number 2. Carthage trailing by a score of 1-0. Big thank you to our corporate sponsors of Carthage College Athletics this year. Again, sponsoring the athletics, getting their names mentioned on the boards and stuff. And we just appreciate the fact that we've got the support of the community here at Carthage College. Good folks like Paulman Auto Stores. The 11th annual Paulman 1000 Race to Sell 1,000 vehicles is on. And you are the winner at Paulman Motors of Kenosha and Paulman of Racine. You'll get great selection, great service, great deals going on both new and used cars at Paulman Auto Stores. That's Paulman Motors of Kenosha, Paulman of Racine on Highway 20, and you can go online to look at the inventory at paulman.com. Final regular season matchup between Carthage and Carroll here this afternoon. Carroll with taking 2 of the first 3 matchups this year. It'll be Levicki, Sinelli, and Phelps due up here in the second inning for the Firebirds.
Now batting for the Firebirds, the right fielder, number 4.
It's Ben Levicki, the right fielder. Levicki with .306 average. Grounds that one up the middle and through into center field for a base hit. First pitch swinging, Levicki on with a single. Second hit for the Firebirds today.
Now batting for the Firebirds.
So runner on with nobody out for Jacob Sinelli.
Jake Sinelli.
Sinelli 393 this season, making his 16th game and 15th start. Squares around to bunt late and taps it foul. 393, no home runs, 8 runs driven in for Sinelli. Six for 11 with a couple of RBIs against this Carroll team. Again squares around, takes outside for ball one. 1-1 the count. Levicki with the lead. Took something off, got it over the outside corner, 1-2. Ellefson working out of the stretch. The pitch stayed back on it. Liner back to second. The throw to first is high and off the dugout screen, preventing Levicki from advancing. He was lucky he was not doubled off there.
Now batting for the Firebirds, the third baseman, number 14.
Again, that play right in front of him. Levicki taking a couple of steps off that bag, but Faffel, the second baseman, better throw, might have gotten Levicki. Here's Cody Phelps. He squares around to bunt and takes strike one. Phelps at 241. 1 home run, 12 runs driven in. Looking for his first hit against Pioneer pitching this year. Does have a sacrifice fly and reached on an error. 0 for 13 against the Pioneers this year. Levicki with a leadoff single. He's at first, 1 out. He's going. It's grounded to second. Faffel. Only play would be first base. With Levicki taking second, he was moving on the pitch, so a runner in scoring position here. Phelps grounding out to Faffel. So the tying run at second base for the Firebirds with 2 out here in the second. Riley Hughes, the catcher. Hughes 10 for 29 this season. 345 batting average. 11th start behind the plate. Has Levicki at second. Olsen. Curveball outside to Hughes. No home runs, a couple of RBIs for Hughes. Levicki takes his lead at second. Ellison's pitch right down the middle. 1-1 the count. Hughes caught game 3. That second game of that doubleheader, going 3 for 5 with a couple of runs. In that victory by the Firebirds. Up the middle, diving grab by Faffel to retire the side. Hit on the screws, Faffel going to his right, saves a run. A leadoff single and nothing else for Carthage in the second. No runs on 1 hit. They strand a base runner. We've played 2 so far. It is the Pioneers 1 and the Firebirds nothing. Top of the order for the Pioneers here in inning number 3. It'll be Vosters, Faffel, and Callahan. A run on 3 hits for the Pioneers. No runs on 2 hits for the Firebirds thus far. Vosters grounded sharply to the first baseman Bryce Privilinski in the first. Takes low for ball 1. Coming off of a 2 for 15 3-game series against North Park this past weekend. Popped him up, slicing back toward Toastwood and left. Didn't have to move too much, 1 gone. Brings up the second baseman, Faffel.
Now batting for the Pioneers, the second baseman, number 6.
Again, I think that's the karma of baseball. You make a great defensive play in the field and you usually come up to hit the next inning. Faffel with a couple of nice plays, catching a couple of line drives. Slices that one through the right side and into right field for a base hit. Going the opposite way is Faffel. He's 2 for 2. So runner on with 1 out. Brings up Callahan, the DH. Blew out to Klein in center field back in the first inning. Oster's 3 for 3 in stolen bases this year. Takes his lead. That pitch tapped foul at the plate. 0-1 to Callahan. Faffel 2 for 3, I should say, at stolen bases this year. Callahan second on the team, third on the team, I should say, in runs batted in. Saranovic ahead of him now, 0-2. Base runners in each of the first 3 innings now for Carroll, leading up by a score of 1-0. Faffel fakes a break, pitch low and away. That would have been a good one to steal on, 1-2. Breaking ball that time by Saranovic. Lights are on here, overcast, low 40s here, but it feels like the low 30s with that wind out of the north. Driven to right, Levicki drifts over toward the foul line, now on the warning track, makes the catch, 2 gone. Back to first is Faffel. Brings up Mitchell Massino, I should say, the first baseman, Massino. Flew out to Toastwood to end that first inning. Faffel on at first with a 1-out single. He'll take his lead. Bounces away from Hughes and advancing to second is Faffel. Second wild pitch of the day by Saranovic. That led to a run in the second inning. Baker, who led off with a double, made it over to third and came home on the RBI single by Benz. So a runner in scoring position, 2 out, a 1-0 count to the hitter, Massino. Outside corner for strike 1. Massino has wore out Carthage pitching this year, 4 for 9 with 3 home runs. He has 6 on the season. Popped it up middle of the diamond. Belskis, the shortstop, drifting over behind second base, will make the play, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, a wild pitch, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3. Carthage trailing by a score of 1-0. You know, Satori Energy is a privately held full-service energy consulting firm based in Chicago, and they serve over 55,000 clients in North America, and they are part of the Carthage support here as they support Carthage Athletics. If you're seeking the best energy solution for your company, let Satori Energy guide the way. You'll find them online at Satori Energy, that's SATORI Energy.com. And a big corporate sponsor of Carthage Athletics, Mobile One Communications. That's Brian McTurnan, Carthage alum, Kenosha's #1 authorized U.S. cellular agent. You can switch and get the Samsung Galaxy S21 with 5G free right now at Mobile One Communications. Get the iPhones you love at a price you'll love. That's Mobile One Communications. And a big thank you to Mr. Brian McTurnan. He's been out here a couple of times this season. Sure we'll see him out here again this weekend on Saturday for that doubleheader against North Central. It'll be the next home games for this Carthage Firebird baseball squad.
Now batting for the Firebirds.
Bottom of the order to get things started for the Firebirds here in the third. Jim Mundo, and then the top of the order, Cody Tostrud and Johnny Belskis. Mundo making his first start against the Pioneers. Takes on the inside corner for strike one. If you're with us for the doubleheader on Sunday, Mundo coming up with his first 4 hits of the season, going 4 for 5 with 3 runs driven in. Pops it up right side. First baseman Messino makes the catch. 1 gone. Tough play, drifting over into that track area over on the first base side. Just beyond the Carthage dugout. So a foul out by Mundo. Top of the order, it's Cody Tostrud, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the shortstop, Boasters, in the first inning. Squares around to bunt. Did he offer? He did. 0-1 the count. Tostrud 2 for 9, and it up the middle for a base hit. And for Tostrud, he extends his hitting streak to 12 games with that single.
Now batting for the Firebirds.
So a 1-out single puts the tying run at first base with 1 out. And Johnny Belskis to the plate. 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the second baseman Faffel in the first inning. Squares around to bunt, pops it up. Caught by the pitcher, it'll be a double play. Belskis bunting into a double play, 1-3. No runs, 1 hit. And with the double play, nobody left. 1-0 Carroll as we head to the 4th. Well, the accolades keep coming in for the Carthage men's volleyball program. The American Volleyball Coaches Association put together their 2nd annual Division III men's volleyball regional awards. And Zach Bultice, Kyle Cohen, Gene McNulty, Carter Schmidt, and Matt Slavinsky all named to the West All-Region list. And Slavinsky named Regional Player of the Year, McNulty Regional Newcomer of the Year, and head coach J.W. Kiekefer awarded the Regional Coach of the Year. Zach Beltice collect his first all-regional honor. Libero Kyle Cohen registered 149 digs during the season. So again, accolades keep coming in as the Firebirds prepare for the NCAA Division III National Tournament next week. Justin Baker, Alec Honigal, and Nick Angus do up here for Carroll. 1-0 the count. to right center. Slicing back to Levicki, the right fielder. He'll make the play, one gone. Here's Hanekel, the center fielder. Was hit by a pitch in the second inning and then ran into an out as he tried to steal second. Was thrown out. Hughes to Belskis. Troy Saranovic. That one fouled away, making his first start of the season. Again to right center. It'll drift over toward Klein and right, or I should say Levicki making the play. Two straight flyouts to Levicki and right. Two quick outs here in the fourth brings up Nick Angus. Angus back in the lineup after taking that terrible collision in the right field fence. 8th inning of the game against Carthage here on the 26th of March. But unfortunately, 0 for 5 now with 5 strikeouts against Carthage pitching. Driven to left center. Curving away from Klein, but he'll track it down in left center, and it's a quick inning, much needed here for the Firebirds in the fourth. 1, 2, 3 go the Pioneers. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Kenosha. It's 1-0 Pioneers. Hey, the next time you're in Kenosha visiting or here for a Carthage game, want to check out the La Fogata Mexican Grill. That's at 3300 Sheridan Road in Kenosha. Open today till 9, Friday and Saturdays till 10. Some of the best darn margaritas you'll find in the area, and voted best of Kenosha County in Mexican food for 3 years in a row. For lunch or dinner, it's the La Fogata Mexican Grill, a proud sponsor of Carthage Athletics. You'll find their menu and a link to order online at Eat at La Fogata. That's Eat at LAFOGATA.com. The La Fogata Mexican Grill, 3300 Sheridan Road, just south of the Carthage campus. Those lunchtime enchiladas are great. I get the beef enchiladas with the beans and rice. You get the chips at the table with the chips and salsa while you wait. Oh, good stuff over there at La Fogata, and we thank them for being part of the Carthage family this year, supporting Carthage Athletics. Klein, Pribolinski, and Levicki, the middle of the lineup, due here in the fourth for Carthage. 1 run on 4 hits for the Pioneers, that run coming in the second inning. Carthage no runs on 3 hits. They've stranded 2 runners here through the first 3+ innings. Klein coming to the plate. He singled in the first, a bunt single down the third base side, extending his hitting streak to 11 games. Takes low for ball 1. Now hitting a shade over 460 in that 11-game hitting streak. Fly down the left field side, and it's going to go foul off the bullpen fence in left. Baker giving it a chase, but was slicing all the way. Klein out of McHenry. Very gifted athlete. Played quarterback here for a couple of seasons for the Carthage football team. Opted to play baseball this spring. Carthage football will wrap up its spring schedule Saturday here at home. 5 o'clock match against Milliken over at Art Keller Field. 1-1 pitch. Off the plate and to the screen. 2-1. Klein, one of 3 players with 10 or more game hitting streaks going into the game today. Tostrud extended his to 12. Klein his to 11. Pribolinski with 11. There's a line shot to left and a second straight single for Colton Klein. He's 2 for 2. So leadoff man reaches here for the second straight inning. Pribolinski, the first baseman. Strikeout victim in the first. Hitter of the week this week in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. Coming off 5 games this past week in which he went 12 for 23. Squares around a bunt, pops it foul into the Carroll dugout. So just over 500 on the week, 1 double, 3 home runs, 12 driven in. Throw in a stolen base as well. The hitter of the week this week in the CCIW, Bryce Pribolinski. With Klein on at first with nobody out. Ellison's pitch. Outside corner for strike 2. Tough pitch there for Pribolinski to pull the trigger. Curveball at the knees, off the plate. 0-2. Fouled into the Carroll dugout, remains 0-2. Klein 2 for 2 in stolen bases this year, but again, this is a Carthage team that does not rely too much on the stolen base. They are hitting the ball so well, they just come up there slugging. Again, one of only 2 teams in the conference above 300 as a team, as Pribolinski chased a high heater. Second straight strikeout for Pribolinski today.
Out batting for the Firebirds, the right fielder, number 4, Ben Levicki.
Here's Ben Levicki. He has destroyed Carroll pitching. Now 7 for 13. 2 home runs against Carroll. Grounds that one sharply to Faffel at second. The flip to Vosters for 1. The relay throw is in time for the second straight inning. Carthage grounds into a double play. 4-6-3. The double play. And Carthage is done here in the 4th. A leadoff single wasted here. As we head to the 5th inning here in Kenosha, Carthage trailing by a score of 1-0. BSN Sports supporting Carthage Athletics again this season. BSN Sports, the heart of the game since 1972. From equipment to teamwear, they've got what you need. Go to bsnsports.com for information on game-changing solutions. That's bsnsports.com. And we'd like to thank the Stella Hotel and Ballroom and the 1844 restaurant in downtown Kenosha, where you can be unique and stay unique in this full-service hotel and event center in downtown Kenosha. Beautiful guest rooms and suites, a rooftop bar, 2 restaurants on site. It was voted the 2020 TripAdvisor Traveler Choice Award winner and the 2020 Wedding Wire Couples Choice Award winner. You can book your stay now either by calling 262-842-2000 or online at stellahotel.com. That's the Stella Hotel and Ballroom, 5706 8th Avenue in downtown Kenosha, a proud sponsor of Carthage College Athletics. Here's Trevor Benz, the catcher. His RBI single in the 2nd, the only run of the game, with the Pioneers leading here 1-0. Facing right-hander Troy Saranovic. Takes a strike. Saranovic making his first start of the season for the Firebirds. Pitched well. He's ahead of him now, 0-2. Chilly afternoon here in Kenosha. Game time temperature right around 40 degrees. Curveball just missed. 1-2. Be a chilly match tonight over at Art Keller Field. Men's lacrosse against Elmhurst. 7 o'clock. Got him on 3 pitches. Leadoff strikeout for Saranovic here. His second K of the game. 1 out, bases empty. Here's Benton Holly, the third baseman. 0 for 1, flew out to Toastrud in left field back in the second inning. Check that to Klein, the center fielder. Saranovic starts him off with a breaking ball. 0-1 the count. Lined into right center field. That will get down for a base hit. Holly 1 for 2. One out single here for the ninth place hitter, Benton Holly. So runner on with one out, top of the order, Brad Vosters, the shortstop. He is 0 for 2 today. Flew out to Toastrud in the third inning and grounded out to Pribolinski unassisted in the first. Squares around to bunt, takes strike one. Saranovic working from the stretch with the runner at first. The pitch just missed low. 1-1. Big game today for both these schools. Carthage sitting in fourth place at 6-6. Carroll in sixth place at 6-8. They could leapfrog Elmhurst and Carthage with a win today. 2-1 the count. More importantly, they would have the tiebreaker against the Firebirds by winning the season series if Carroll pulls off the victory today. The pitch. Beauty on the outside corner, evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out, Benton Holly at first, on with a single. Not going. The pitch sails high, going full. First full count of the day here by Saranovic. See what they do with the base runner Holly over at first. 3-2 count with 1 out. He is going. The pitch grounded sharply foul through the coach's box at first. Do it again. Pioneers with a single run in the second. It's their only scoring of the game. 1-0 Carroll. Here in the top half of the fifth inning. Again, Holly will take his lead at first. Throw over and he gets back safely. Holly's 3 for 3 in stolen bases this year. Hughes has already thrown out 1 base runner trying to steal. There he goes. Pitch is ball 4, so runners at first and second with 1 out. First walk issued by Saranovic today to go with a pair of strikeouts. Brings up TJ Faffel, the team's leading hitter. Already 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles. Raising that batting average to .420 now. Infield back all the way around. Pribolinski playing behind the bag at first. Changeup fouled straight back. 0-1 the count. Holly on at second. Boasters on at first with a walk. The pitch fouled right side, and Saranovic ahead of him now, 0-2. Runners at first and second and 1 out. Carthage trailing 1-0. The pitch line to right. right at Ben Levicki, though. He'll make the play. Runners will not tag. Throw comes in. Got to back it up. It gets past the third baseman to the fence, and the runners will advance. Missing the cutoff that time, Levicki. It'll be a throwing error. Now it went out of play. Rolled right out of play, so now the runners will advance 2 bases, and a run will come in. Holly coming in from second base. Huge mental gaffe by the Firebirds here. Error on the throw, didn't hit the cutoff man, and it rolled past 2 different Carthage fielders. Got past Belskis and the third baseman Phelps and rolled out of play. So now a runner at third with 2 out and a run in. Inside corner for strike 1. Two to nothing now in favor of the Pioneers. The throwing error by Ben Levicki. Nice stop by Hughes, preventing another run from coming in. 1-1 the count. Well, instead of 2 outs and 2 on, and 2 out, a run in and a runner in scoring position here. Grounded sharply. Phelps can't come up with it. Deflects to Belskis. There won't be a play. Another run in. Second run of the inning for the Pioneers. They jump out to a 3-0 lead. It was hit sharply to Phelps's left. Tried to take it on the second hop, and it hit off the heel of his glove, deflected to Belskis, but they couldn't make the play. Outside for ball 1. High and tight, look out. Casino had a duck out of the way. He's 0 for 2. Looks like they're going to give Callahan the single in an RBI. Three 3-0. Saranovic off his game here. Should have been out of the inning. Right down Campus Drive for strike 1. There is activity in the Carthage bullpen. Right-hander warming up. Might be Chance Roach. 3-1 the count. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Got away from Hughes, but not far enough for the runner at first to advance. So 3-2, 2 out. Callahan will be off on the pitch. Messino against Saranovic. There goes the runner, flied into right center field. Klein going back, short of the track, will make the catch to retire the side. But Carroll comes up with a couple of runs. 2 hits, a walk, a throwing error by Ben Levicki, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Kenosha. It's the Pioneers 3 and the Firebirds nothing. Other games going on today. Doubleheader down in Bloomington. Illinois Wesleyan winning game 1 over the Wheaton Thunder. Game 2 now in the top of the 2nd inning. Tied at 1. Thunder and Titans each coming up with a run in their half of the 1st inning. And Illinois Wesleyan winning game 1 of that doubleheader. North Central has jumped all over Concordia of Chicago. A 5-run second inning, 2 more in the third, and a single run in the fourth. They lead the Cougars 8-1, that game in the bottom of the fourth inning. Later today, it's going to be Elmhurst at Milliken for a doubleheader, a night doubleheader down in Milliken, starting at 6 o'clock. North Park is at Augustana today as well. That game scheduled to start at 5 o'clock down in Moline. Here's Jake Sinelli, the designated hitter, to lead things off. He's behind 0-2. Sinelli lined out to the second baseman Faffel back in the second inning. One and two, the count. Sinelli taking over spot normally held by Jake Snyder. Snyder out with a leg injury. Slice down the first base line, fair. He'll skip into the outfield, short of the bullpen. Sinelli on his horse around first. He'll head into second, sliding double. Second straight inning that Carthage has gotten the leadoff man on. This time it's Sinelli with a double. Brings up Cody Phelps. He grounded sharply to the second baseman Faffel, advancing Levicki to second in the second inning. Takes on the inside corner for strike one. As I said, Phelps looking for his first hit this season against Carroll. Pioneers have shut him down. Grounded to the shortstop. Boster's up with it. The throw across in time. Runner holding at second, Sinelli. One out here in the fifth for the Firebirds. They trail 3-0. Here's Riley Hughes. Robbed of a base hit in that second inning on a nice play to his right by the second baseman Faffel. Right behind second base, able to make a diving catch of that line drive. Would have scored Levicki had it gone through. Pitch outside for ball one. Hughes catching his second game against the Pioneers this year. The check of Sinelli at second. The pitch missing low and away. 2-0 to Riley Hughes. Oh, look out. High and tight, just missed him. 3-0. Some stirring down in the Pioneer bullpen in left field. The pitch by Ellefson. Curveball in there for strike one. 3-1 the count. Sinelli off at second, outside corner for strike two. Count is full to Riley Hughes. One out. Sinelli a leadoff double. He's at second base. Ellefson looking in. Check of the runner. Curveball smashed behind the third base bag. There'll be no play. It was a tough play for Holly over there at third. Even if he would have gotten up and thrown, I don't think he would have gotten Hughes at first. It'll be an infield single. Holding at second was Sinelli, so runners at first and second with one out. Jim Mundo, the tying run, at the plate here for the Firebirds. They trail 3-0. Mundo fouled out to the first baseman and is only at bat. Up the middle, this could be two. Faffel to Vosters and out. Third double play of the day for the Firebirds. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 man left. Heading to the 6th inning here in Kenosha, 3-0, Carroll Pioneers. Fans out of Kenosha, proud sponsor of Carthage Athletics, located just west of I-94 on 77th Street in Bristol. It's the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event going on now at Honda of Kenosha. New and pre-owned cars on sale with deals on both. That's Honda of Kenosha, winner of the 2020 Environmental Leadership Silver Award. You'll find them online at hondaofkenosha.com. Corey Wilson, general sales manager over there. Former basketball player here at Carthage under Bosco Jurikovic, doing quite well over at Honda of Kenosha. We thank them for their support of Carthage Athletics. Carthage has hit into 3 double plays today. That bunt double play that erased Toastwood in the 3rd by Belskis. That ended a promising inning. Levicki grounded into an inning-ending double play in the 4th, and now Mundo a double play to end the inning in the 5th. Carthage trailing here 3-0. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Pioneers. No runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Firebirds. Justin Baker, Alec Honicle, and Nick Angus in the 6th inning for the Pioneers, and he drives that one high into left field. Toastwood coming on now into short left will make the play. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Here's Alex Honicle, the center fielder. Officially 0 for 1 today. That was a fly out to Levicki in right field in the 4th. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning and was thrown out trying to steal by Hughes, throwing to Belskis. That pitch high and tight, ball 1. Slow roller, Belskis on the charge, up with it. Gets him by a step and a half, 2 gone. Saranovic has pitched well here today, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, but 2 unearned runs on a throwing error by Ben Levicki in that 5th inning. The difference maker thus far, plus the fact Carthage has grounded into 3 double plays today. Hit hard into left center field. Klein, the center fielder, drifting to his right. Makes the catch. A quick inning here. Second time today the Pioneers have been retired in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Bottom of inning number 6. Firebirds trail it by a score of 3-0. Reminder, coming up tonight at 7, it is men's lacrosse action from Art Keller Field as the lacrosse team will take on Elmhurst. 7 o'clock, I'll have the call for that one coming up later on this evening. A busy day, to say the least, here on Saturday. We have a doubleheader, baseball doubleheader, as Carthage will host North Central here at Augie Schmidt Field beginning at noon on Saturday. I'll have game 1 of that doubleheader for you. Softball is hosting Illinois Wesleyan Saturday in a doubleheader beginning at 1. There's women's lacrosse against Augustana at 3. And we finish it off with football as the Firebirds will take on Milliken. I will have the call for the live stream at 5 o'clock on Saturday. Then Sunday, it's a softball doubleheader versus Elmhurst and a men's soccer match against Carroll. So a busy, busy sports weekend here at Carthage College. We like to see that. Glad to be back playing sports. Proud to be part of it.
The left fielder, number 19, Cody
Top of the order here for the Firebirds in the 6th. It'll be Cody Tostrud, the left fielder. Extended his hitting streak to 12 games with a single back in the 3rd inning. Inside outs, that one into the bullpen and left. Tostrud 1 for 2 today. Ellefson has gone the distance here, and he had the defense backing him. Beautiful diving catch by the second baseman Faffel to rob Riley Hughes of an RBI in the 2nd, and then 3 GDPs, the pitcher's best friend. Grounded sharply to the right side, knocked down by Faffel. He won't have a play. It's going to be a base hit here for Tostrud, his 2nd hit. Faffel going to his left. That ball was sharply hit, and on that second bounce really took off on that turf.
Number 17,
7th hit for Carthage today. A leadoff single. That's the 3rd straight inning. Carthage has gotten the leadoff man on and unable to push a run across. Here's Belskis now. Tough break in that 3rd inning. Bunted into a double play. Bunted in the air, pitcher caught it, and then threw to first to double off Tostrud. That ended the 3rd inning. 3 inning-ending double plays hit into by Carthage today. Tostrud not going, grounded to Faffel. This could be 2. Over to short for 1, the relay, double play once again. 4, 6, 3, 2 out, bases empty now for Colton Klein.
Center fielder number 9.
Ellefson has pitched tough here today. 5 2/3 of 7 hit, no walk ball today. Colton Klein, 2 for 2. Pair of singles today. He extended his hitting streak to 11 games. Fastball outside for ball 1. Quick ball game today. Again, at 4 ground into double plays today by the Carthage offense. At the knees for strike 1. 2-1 the count to Colton Klein. Pair of singles. He was erased on a double play in the 4th inning. Grounded hard to Faffel at 2nd. And that'll do it for Carthage here in the 6th inning. Leadoff single erased on a double play, so we go to the 7th. Carthage trailing by a score of 3-0. Waterfront Warehouse, a proud sponsor of Carthage College Athletics. They're located at 3322 Sheridan Road in Kenosha, just south of the Carthage campus. You can dine in, also curbside pickup. They offer daily and seasonal specials. Their full menu online at eatatww.com. And we'd like to thank Johnson Financial Group for their support of Carthage Athletics this year. As your needs evolve, so do theirs at Johnson Financial Group. They keep pace with the rapidly evolving financial services landscape while providing the highest level of professional service. You can learn more at johnsonfinancialgroup.com. And Freighter South, the official sports medicine provider of Carthage College Athletics. Freighter, the Medical College of Wisconsin, a leader in cardiovascular care and orthopedic care you can count on from a team you can trust. That's Freighter South, Kenosha Hospital, and Freighter Pleasant Prairie, along with the Medical College of Wisconsin, the official sports medicine provider of Carthage College Athletics. 6 full innings here in Kenosha.
Batting for the Pioneers, the catcher number 22, Trevor Benz.
3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Carroll. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the 7 hits, I should say, for Carthage, and 1 error, costly one. Allowed 2 runs to score unearned in that 5th inning. Trevor Benz, Benton Holly, then the top of the order, Brad Vosters, the shortstop. Benz, 1 for 2. RBI single in the 2nd inning. Count even and a ball and a strike. Troy Saranovic, his longest outing of the year, now into the 7th inning. He's pitched well too. Two and 1 the count. Pitching into the 7th inning, allowing just 6 hits and 1 walk today. Popped him up. Belskis, the shortstop. 1 gone.
Now batting for the Pioneers, the third baseman, number 20.
Here's the third baseman, Benton Holly, the number 9 hitter in Steinrear's batting order today. Steinrear now in his 8th season as the head coach of Carroll baseball. Holly 1 for 2. He scored on that throwing error by Levicki in the 5th inning. Missed the cutoff man and rolled all the way past the third baseman Phelps and out of play. It allowed Holly to score as he drives that one into right center. Slicing back to Levicki, sliding catch. Nicely played by Ben Levicki, the right fielder. That was tough. The inside part, sliced, and he was on the run. That wind coming in from right field too. 2 quick outs here for Troy Saranovic here in the 7th. Top of the order now, Vosters, the shortstop. He walked, went to third on that throwing error by Levicki, and then scored on the RBI single by Dylan Callahan in the 5th inning. 0 for 2 with that walk and a run score. In there for strike 1. Well, in the bottom half of the 7th, it'll be the middle part of the order here that for Carthage try and get to Ben Ellefson today. Squared around a bunt, went around 1 and 2. Pitch by Saranovic, fouled at the plate, stays alive, 1 and 2. Firebirds home Saturday for a doubleheader starting at noon against North Central. Sunday they'll travel to Naperville for a 1 o'clock tilt down at Zimmerman Stadium. Outside corners called, strike 3. 7 in a row retired by Saranovic. That is his 3rd strikeout today. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. Bottom of the 7th inning. Let's stretch him out. Need a rally here. Carthage trailing by a score of 3-0. Bottom of the 7th inning here in Kenosha. Fast-moving ball game. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Pioneers. No runs, 7 hits and an error for the Firebirds. But hopefully some more crooked numbers in that run and hit column here as the middle part of the order due up for the Firebirds here in the 7th. Pribolinski, Levicki, and Sinelli. Foul tip by Pribolinski. He is 0 for 2 today. The pair of strikeouts. Ben Ellefson, his longest outing of the year, working into the 7th inning. He has been spectacular. 7 hits, no walks, grounded sharply to third. Holly up with it, the long throw over. It's going to bounce in and just beat Pribolinski at first. 1 gone here in the 7th.
Now batting for the Firebirds, the right fielder, number 4, Ben Levicki.
Here's Ben Levicki. 1 for 2 today, hit into an inning-ending double play in the 4th. 1 of 4 hit into by Carthage today. And he first pitch swinging, flies that one into left. Left fielder Baker, short of the foul line, makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the 7th. Base is empty, 2 outs for Jake Sinelli.
The designated hitter, number 36, Jake Sinelli.
1 for 2. He's hit the ball hard, both at bats. Leadoff double in the 5th, but was erased. Left stranded on a double play by Mundo, and then lined the ball hard to the second baseman. Back in the 2nd inning, 1 for 2. Outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Pop foul right side. That's going to drift behind the Firebird dugout out of play. Second baseman Faffel about 3 steps into the outfield grass. He's going to move over a couple more steps. Almost like a rover position out there. Sinelli again fouling it to the right side. Oh, and 2 the count to Jake Sinelli. Stays alive, following that one right side. Sharply to Holly at third. Low throw, but picked out of there by the first baseman, Messino, and Carthage 3 up, 3 down here in the 7th. Ben Ellefson, 7 innings of 7 hit shutout ball today for the Pioneers. They lead it 3-0. Other games this afternoon, Illinois Wesleyan going for a doubleheader sweep. They won game 1 of their doubleheader with Wheaton, and now in game 2, they're in the 3rd inning, leading the Thunder 5-1. A 4-run 2nd inning for the Titans as they go for the sweep. North Central pounding Concordia of Chicago. It's the Cardinals 9, the Cougars 1. That game in the 6th inning down in River Forest today. Later on, it'll be a couple of ball games, a couple of doubleheaders going on later today. Elmhurst at Milliken and North Park at Augustana. 1 ball, no strikes here to Faffel. He has played a big part in this ball game today with his glove. 2 for 3 today. He's made a couple of line drive catches behind second base. He's been involved in 3 of the 4 double plays today. He's ahead of Saranovic 3-0. Activity in the Carthage bullpen once again. Automatic in there for strike 1. Up the middle. Nice backhand play by Mundo at second. Got him. Little side spin on that one as it got past the mound, and Mundo stayed with it, made a nice play. Here's Dylan Callahan, the designated hitter. Big RBI single in the 5th, driving in the 3rd Carroll run. Foul tipped at the plate. 1 for 3 today for Callahan. If you're just joining us, Carroll with a single run in the 2nd, 2 unearned runs in the 5th. A throwing error by Ben Levicki, missing the cutoff man, and the ball rolling past third into the out of play area, allowing a run to score. Runner at first moving over to third, and then came home on a single. So 2 unearned runs. Costly today. For the Firebirds, they have grounded into 4 double plays. 3-1 the count to Callahan. Base is empty, 1 gone, top of the 8th. Curveball in there for strike 2. Good one by Saranovic. After a high pitch, Belskis drifting out into short left center field will make the play. 2 gone. Brings up Mitchell Messino, the first baseman. 0 for 3 today. Flew out to Klein in center to end the 5th inning. Popped out to Belskis at short. Flew out to Tostrud in left, back in the 1st inning. Had a breaking ball upstairs. 2-0 the count. Popped him up. Belskis again drifting out. Tostrud coming in. He'll make the play to retire the side. That's 11 in a row retired by Saranovic now through 8 innings. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Carthage trailing by a score of 3-0. What's for dinner tonight? How about a Jersey Mike sub on your way home tonight? You can pick one up at 2860 South Green Bay Road in Mount Pleasant. That's at the northwest corner of Highway 31 and Highway 11 in Racine. What makes Jersey Mike subs so good? Well, it's the ingredients. The high quality meats and cheeses, the store-baked bread, and that authentic taste served Mike's way with fresh lettuce, onions, and tomatoes. That concoction of red wine, vinegar, and oil, and the spices. You can go online and order at jerseymikes.com. Get the app, put it on your phone. Be a sub above at Jersey Mike Subs, a proud sponsor of Carthage College Athletics this season. Also want to thank the Hampton Inn and Suites of Kenosha and the Candlewood Suites of Kenosha for their support of Carthage athletics this year. Bottom third of the order due up for Carthage here in the 8th. Time's running out here for Carthage to get something going. Phelps, Hughes, and Mundo. It's going to be a pinch hitter here for Phelps.
Number 3, Dominic Guido.
Dominic Guido pinch hitting for Phelps to start this 8th inning. Guido pinch hit in game 2 and wrapped a single. He got one here. 2 for 2 in a pinch hit roll against Carroll. The leadoff man on again for Carthage here in the 8th. 4th time in the last 5 innings the leadoff batter has reached. Got to break through it one of these times here. Riley Hughes. He's hit the ball hard in both at bats today. He's 1 for 2. Guido with the lead at first. The pitch through a sinker that time. Ellefson into his longest outing of the year. Guido with the lead at first. Time called at the plate. I think it was Lenz, the catcher, who Lenz wanted him change the signals here. Leadoff man aboard here with Carthage trailing by 3, bottom of the 8th. Hughes again over the top of a breaking ball. 0-2. Ellefson with a pair of strikeouts today, while giving up 8 hits. Just enough to stay alive. Looks like Pearson Gibbous on deck to pinch hit for Jim Mundo here. With Riley at the plate, the 0-2 count. Guido with the lead at first. Outside, 1-2. Slow roller to Holly at third. Only play is at first. Low throw, but gets Hughes by a step. Guido able to advance to second. 1 out here in the 8th. And it's Pearson Gibbous pinch hitting. Gibbous 154 on the season, just 2 for 13. He has 1 RBI. Runner in scoring position at second base is Guido. He led off with a single. Ellefson with the check. Fouled into the Carthage dugout. Outfield with Hanekel playing almost straight away center. There's a big gap in left center field. Also a big gap in right center field here. That one will slice into left field. Baker coming on will make the play in short left field. 2 gone. Tostrud to the plate. Tostrud 2 for 3.
Number 19, Cody Ostrud.
Extending his hitting streak to 12 games with a pair of singles today. 2 gone, runner at second. Little cat and mouse going on between Vosters and Guido over at second. 0-1 the count to Tostrud. Led off the sixth with a single, but was erased on a double play. 1 of 4 grounded into today. To the shortstop. Voster's up with it. Long throw to first. Safe. His foot was off the bag. The throw pulling the first baseman Messino off the bag.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number 17, Johnny Belskis.
So runners at the corners with 2 out. The tying run to the plate now in Johnny Belskis. Going to go as a hit here for the Firebirds. And Belskis first split swinging one hopper to third. Holly will throw him out. And Carthage is done here in the 8th. No runs on 2 hits. They strand 2. Carthage has left 5 men on here today. We move along to the 9th inning in Kenosha. It is the Carroll Pioneers 3 and the Carthage Firebirds nothing.
Pitching for the Firebirds, number 28, Jacob Dalabio.
Couple of changes for Carthage here in the field.
Number 8, Kyle Engstrom.
Kyle Engstrom into second base as Mundo was pinch hit for by Gibbous. Dominic Guido, who pinch hit for Phelps, remains in the game at third base. And a new pitcher for Carthage, it's Jacob Dalabio. Dalabio last pitched in game 2 of that doubleheader on Sunday. He's been bothered by a stomach virus the last couple of days, and good to see him back out there pitching today. Troy Saranovic did a nice job today. 8 innings of 6 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3 in his performance today, his best of the season. Ellefson just a little bit better. 8 innings so far, throwing a 9-hit shutout at Carthage. So Dalabio coming in. Gave up his first run of the season to Illinois Wesleyan. Went inning and 2/3 on Sunday in game 2. Gave up 2 hits and a run. For the season, his 9th appearance, 4 saves, a 0.52 earned run average. He has 31 strikeouts in 17 1/3 innings. Pitching here with the bases empty to start the 9th. Down 3-0, trying to hold Carroll here. The first pitch missing outside for ball 1. Justin Baker, the left fielder, leading off. Baker with a double. Went to third on a wild pitch and then scored on an RBI single by Trevor Benz in the 2nd inning. Count even at a ball and a strike. Hughes taking that one. Umpire doing the courtesy thing here, trying to make sure that Hughes gets as much time here to get back to reality here. Augie Schmidt coming out as well. That one took a big bite out of Hughes. Right on the top of the knee. Looks like the inside of that right knee, right where that shin guard comes over the top. Carthage training staff checking Riley Hughes. Augie Schmidt out there with the ski lodge look today with the ski mask and the ski gloves. It is cold out there. Started at 42 degrees, but that wind out of the northeast makes it feel like the low 30s out there today. Hughes back up on his feet. That's a good sign, flexing that right leg. On a day like today, it doesn't take much. A little foul tip. That leg goes numb, and I don't think they're going to take any chances here. It looks like they're going to take Hughes out of the ball game. Bad break here for Carthage. Riley Hughes getting nicked up on a foul ball. Going to be checked over a little bit more closely. Looks like I think that's Matt Pratcher, 29. So Matt Pratcher will come in here. He'll get a couple of warm-ups here from DeLabio.
Catching for Carthage, number 29, Matt Pratcher.
Relieving Hughes, who took a foul tip into that right knee. Certainly hope the best here for Riley. Jake Denauer and this outstanding athletic training staff here at Carthage College doing a fantastic job of keeping these athletes healthy and doing all of the COVID screenings, but also in-game here, right on site. So Justin Baker steps back in. The count is 1-1, facing DeLabio. Another foul tip. This time it got Pratcher. Oh my goodness. What are the odds? Pratcher will run that one off. Oh, it hit the batter. That looked like a foul ball. He swung at the pitch. He swung at the pitch. That should have been a strike or a foul ball. So Baker reaches. They say he was hit. 27 will pinch run here, and that is Josh Kolb. Again, it looked like he swung and fouled it, so if it hit off his forearm while he was swinging, that should count as a strike. Looked like he went around. It looked like the umpires didn't see that one, so a break here for Carroll. Pioneers get the leadoff man here on board in the ninth. It'll be a bunt back to DeLabio. His only play will be first base. Advancing to scoring position is Kolb, as Hanekel lays down the bunt.
Now batting for the Pioneers, number 49, Nick Angus.
One out, a runner in scoring position. A big run here for the Pioneers, leading 3-0 in the ninth. Nick Angus, 0 for 8 against Carthage pitching this year. Late on a fastball. DeLabio pitched the last 3 1/3 innings of that second game of the doubleheader back on March 29th, giving up just 2 hits and striking out 5 in the Firebird victory over the Pioneers, the only win in 3 games against Carroll so far. Late again, 0-2. Looking ahead to the Carthage ninth, it'll be the middle of the order. Klein, Pribulinski, Levicki. Hopefully a few more here. Kolb with the lead at second. Off the plate, over the head of DeLabio, and there's not going to be a play. Advancing to third is Kolb. On the chopper off the plate, went over the head of DeLabio, couldn't get it. It'll go as a single. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Trevor Benz, the catcher. Drove in a run with a single in the second inning. Since then, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Guido, the third baseman, even with the bag at third. The pitch just missed inside. Engstrom at second and Belskis at short, playing back. Looking for a double play here. Shot the knees and missed. Delabio behind 2-0. Runner faked the run at first, held up. Pitch taken inside for strike one. Delabio nipping the inside corner. Kolb at third, Angus at first. The pitch, bunt, a squeeze. Runner's going to come in. The play will be at first. The squeeze bunt works. Ben's able to squeeze home a run. As coming in from third is Kolb. He pinch ran for Baker, who was hit by a pitch. Big insurance run here for the Pioneers. They lead it 4-0. Here's Holly, the third baseman. Runner at second and 2 out. Advancing to second was Angus. Pitched low, nice save by Pratcher. Replacing Hughes this inning, who left after taking a foul tip off his right knee. Got to shut it down right here. A run in, 4-0 Carroll. Top of the ninth, 2 out. Runner in scoring position. High fastball. 2-0 the count to Holly. 1 for 3 today. Singled and came home to score on the two-base throwing error by Levicki. Again, shot the corner, missed. Delabio behind 3-0. And even fighting the flu bug over the weekend. Actually did not feel well at all in the second game of that doubleheader against Illinois Wesleyan. The automatic in there for strike one, 3-1. Dad here again today. He sits down right behind home plate. Scott Delabio. Proud of his son. Been a closer the last couple seasons with the Kingfish. Grounded sharply up the middle into center field for a base hit. Charging is Klein. There will not be a play, as coming around to score from second is Angus. Second run of the inning. It's an RBI single for Holly. And it's 5-0 Pioneers. So the hit batter, sacrifice, and hit batter kind of questionable. Baker looked like he offered at the pitch. The umpire said it hit him in the arm as he swung the bat through the strike zone. I'm still confused on that one. That one came around to score. Kolb came in to run, advanced to second on the sacrifice by Honicle. Angus with a chopper over the head of Delabio. And Benz laid down the squeeze, scoring Kolb. And Angus coming home on the Holly single. 5-0 Carroll. 1-1 the count now to Boasters. Top of the order here for Carroll. 1-2. Coaster struck out in the 7th inning. Juranovic started the ball game. Should have fared better today. He retired the last 11 men he faced. Last 10 men he faced, excuse me. Pitched well today. Only 1 earned run in 8 innings, 6 hit balls. Struck out 3 and walked 1. Again, stays alive, 1-2. Holly, the runner at first. 2 for 4 today. Big couple of runs here in the 9th by the Pioneers. Slider missed inside, 2-2. Did he offer at it? That's the question. Can we check him? Tried to drop that one in below the hands of the left-handed hitter. Two and two. Holly takes his lead at first. Pitch to Vosters. Swing and a miss. Blazing fastball by DeLabio ends it here in the 9th. But a couple of runs, couple of hits, a squeeze bunt, a hit batter, 1 man left. Bottom of the 9th inning. Turn those caps inside out. We need the rally caps on right now. Carthage trailing 5-0. Bottom of the 9th inning. Ben Ellefson trying to go the full distance here for the Pioneers. He has a 9-hit shutout going. He'll face the heart of the order for the Firebirds here in the 9th. Colton Klein, Bryce Pribolinski, and Ben Levicki. And hoping a few more. Honicle moves from center over to left. Justin Kolb moves over to center field. He came in to pinch run for the left fielder Baker, top half of the 9th. 1 ball and 1 strike to Colton Klein. 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles. The 5-0 lead, a little bit longer leash here for Ellefson. They're hoping he can get the shutout here. Driven down the right field line, foul. One hops the fence, out in right field. Two balls and 2 strikes to Colton Klein. Now has an 11-game hitting streak with those 2 singles today. Hit him. Klein hit by a pitch to start the 9th.
Number 21, Bryce Pribolinski.
fifth time in this ball game the leadoff batter has reached for the Firebirds. Here's Pribolinski, 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Swinging for Summers on that one. 0-1 the count to Pribolinski. There goes Klein, driven into left. Left fielder coming back, now has to come in and make the catch. Honicle playing back near the warning track. Klein was on the run. Had to go all the way back to first. Pribolinski 0 for 4, in danger of seeing his 11-game hitting streak coming to an end. One out, the runner at first for Levicki. There goes the runner, the throw down, and Klein is a dead duck. Good throw in plenty of time by Trevor Benz. 2 out, bases empty, Carthage trailing 5-0, trying to avoid their first shutout since late in the 2019 season. That one's down the left field line. Levicki going to round first. He's going to motor into second with a double. How costly was that? Getting thrown out, stealing, that would have scored a run. A 2-out double for Levicki, his second hit today. Brings up Sinelli, 1 for 3. Leadoff double in the 5th. Left stranded in an inning-ending double play by Mundo. Missing outside for ball 1. Last time the Firebirds were shut out was almost exactly 2 years ago to the date, April 16th, 2019. Back end of a doubleheader, they lost both games of that doubleheader to North Park here at Augie Schmidt Field. The final on that one was 9-0. They're also shut out May 3rd that season. That would have been the last time against Illinois Wesleyan. Pandemic shortened season, they were not shut out. This would be the first shutout of Carthage this season. Ellefson just missed outside, 3-1. Levicki on at second with a 2-out double. Klein thrown out trying to steal here in the inning. Carthage grounding into 4 double plays today as well. Carthage down to their final strike. 3-2, 2 out, Levicki at second. Carthage down 5-0, trying to extend the inning. Sinelli. Ellefson. To right field, that will get down for the base hit. Levicki will score, and that will take care of the shutout. An RBI single for Sinelli. Makes it 5-1. Here is Guido. He came in to pinch hit for Phelps, and first pitch swinging, stroked a single to lead off the 8th inning. Takes low for ball 1. Some shuffling going on down at that Carroll bullpen now. With the shutout gone, Ellefson still trying to go for the complete game. High fastball coming up empty that time is Guido. 2 for 2 against Carroll this year now, both pinch hits. Pinch hit in the first game of that doubleheader. That one missed low. 2-1. Levicki with a 2-out double, scoring on the RBI single by Sinelli. He's at first. 2-1 pitch popped up, middle of the diamond. Center fielder coming in, the shortstop going out, and it's Vosters making the over-the-shoulder catch to end the ball game. For Carthage in the ninth, 1 run on 2 hits, a hit batter, 1 man left. Final score here at Augie Schmidt Field in Kenosha. Carroll Pioneers 5, Carthage 1. The Pioneers take the season series 3-1. Winning pitcher Ben Ellefson, and the loser today, Troy Saranovic. Tough luck loser today. Final line score, Carroll 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 5 men left on base. For the Firebirds, 1 run, 11 hits, 1 error, 6 men left on. Carthage grounded into 4 double plays today as the Pioneers take the season series 3 games out of 4, winning the 4th and final regular season matchup here by a score of 5-1. Ben Ellefson, what a game. 9 innings, lost his shutout bid here in the 9th, but good performance. 9 innings, 11 hits, 1 run, did not walk a batter, and struck out 2. We talk about Saranovic making his first start. It was a good one too. 8 innings of 6-hit, 3-run ball, only 1 of those runs earned. He walked just 1 and struck out 3 to take the loss here today. So the Firebirds have to suck one up here. Get ready to play North Central on Saturday, a doubleheader here at Augie Schmidt Field. The league-leading Cardinals, as they are in action today in a non-conference matchup, they are bouncing Concordia 11-4, that game in the 8th inning. So they will be red hot when they come in to Kenosha on Saturday. The Cardinals at 10-3 in the conference lead the conference. It'll be a doubleheader beginning at noon here at Augie Schmidt Field Saturday afternoon. We hope to see you out here. Should be a nicer day on Saturday, and plenty of seating here. Wear a mask. You can sit inside the inside seating. Outside, plenty of room for you in the left field and right field areas. Sit behind the fence out there, bring a lawn chair or a blanket. We'd love to see you out here in person for that. That's Saturday, doubleheader beginning at noon, the next Carthage baseball game. Stay tuned. Coming up tonight at 7, it's going to be men's lacrosse action, CCIW action from Art Keller Field, as the men's lacrosse team will play host to Elmhurst. We'll greet you just before 7 o'clock tonight over at Art Keller Field. Big thank you to Mike Love, our executive producer of Carthage Streaming, along with John Voinovich, our director and producer, Ian, Toria, Austin, and Joel doing a nice job here today, working the cameras, our students working here at a chilly Augie Schmidt Field. Once again, the final score, Carroll 5, Carthage 1. I'm John Weiser. Thanks for tuning in to Carthage Athletics on the Carthage video stream. Go Firebirds!